What's up, everybody? My name is Charles, and this is Am I Crazy, where I use my logic and common sense and reason to try to get a grip. Um, I'm still doing what I've been doing, studying my opposition. You know what they say: keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. See, look at it this way: it's like a anaconda. When a anaconda decides to devour its prey, it's not the head that kills you, it's the body. The body does most damage, see? It squeezes you, crushing your bones, crushing your lungs with every breath you take, until you can't stop breathing. And the lights start going on, and that's when the head comes in to devour you. So what do to stop the body? You go after the head. And without further ado, allow me to introduce Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is considered to be the conservatives' intellectual powerhouse. He's their big brain, smart kid, got all sorts of degrees and whatnots. Well, I found this video of him saying that this radical activist just called the COVID vaccine a vial of death. Posted this 5 months ago. I thought we would watch together and break it all down. What do you think? You with me? You with me? You with me? Yeah. I apologize for the quality and whatnot, Gotta work with what I got, alright? I gotta work with what I got. I'm a handyman, man. Yeah.
So one of the things that is buried in a lot of the ideology here, for Democrats particularly, is a soft bigotry of law expectations. About Americans generally, you're not capable of making your own decisions, but specifically, there is a soft bigotry of law expectations that attends to minority communities in the Democratic Party.
Pause! Did you catch that? So, what our boy here just said is that there is a soft bigotry of low expectations, particularly in the minority community of the Democratic Party. What is bigotry? Bigotry is an unreasonable attachment to a belief or opinion or faction, in particular prejudice against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. So what he's saying is that we leftists have a unreasonable low expectation of American people, because we know when the conservatives are talking about American people, they're talking about other conservatives. The rest of us aren't American. So he's saying that we minorities have low expectations of conservatives.
Right. The same motivating factor for people like Jamal Bowman of New York, Democrat of New York, says standardized testing is racist, attends when it comes to vaccines. And we have seen a tremendous amount of vaccine hesitancy, unfortunately, in the Black and Hispanic community. And there's a wide differential by race in how people are looking at the vaccine.
Pause. Okay, so he talked about a man named Jamal Bowman, speaking about the vaccine testing being, or whatever, being racist. He's misinterpreting that, and I'll explain later why. Because he'll talk more about it, and I'll explain more later. But we'll continue.
By upholding,
I didn't even want to make sure I didn't miss nothing a little bit.
Are looking at the vaccine in the Black and Hispanic community. There's a wide differential in.
Notice how he says
comes to vaccines. And we have seen a tremendous amount of vaccine hesitancy, unfortunately, in the Black and Hispanic community.
We see
there's a wide differential in
a tremendous amount of.
We have seen a tremendous amount of vaccine hesitancy, unfortunately, in the Black and Hispanic community.
We have seen a tremendous amount of vaccine hesitancy, unfortunately, in the Black and Hispanic community.
There's a wide differential.
There is a wide differential
by race.
By race.
People are looking at the vaccine.
The way people are looking at the vaccine.
By poll data, some 59% of white people.
Okay, so now we got some data. Let's go to the whiteboard, shall we?
Say they definitely will get the vaccine.
I'm gonna spin this around here. Spin this just a little bit. Let's go ahead and move our buddy Shapiro over a little bit here, so you can see him too. All right, and then let's go ahead and write this shit down. Huh?
Some 59% of white people. Community. There's a wide differential by race in how people are looking at the vaccine. By poll.
Okay, so by poll data, it says 59% of white Americans probably or will get the vaccine.
By poll data, some 59% of white people say they definitely will get the vaccine. And
they definitely will get the vaccine. 59% of white Americans definitely will. Okay, let's go ahead and make this a little bit more informative here. Okay, he said 59% will get the vaccine. And then he said 20%.
Another 20% say they will probably get the vaccine, which means
another 20% said they probably will get the vaccine. Okay, this one's definitely, and then probably. Okay.
A grand total 79% of white Americans say they definitely will or probably will get the vaccine.
Says a grand total. Grand total of white Americans, 79%. He just added them together. Says probably will get the vaccine. Okay, but these are different. The categories are different. He added them together because this one's 59% definitely, and this one's unsure. So he put them together to make 79, but we're gonna still separate them. Okay. We're gonna talk about the people, because these guys are definitely getting the vaccine. We don't really need to worry about them, right? It's the ones that are unsure we've been talking about, correct? So we'll go with the 20%. Are unsure of white Americans.
Black America, only 67% of Black Americans say they definitely will get the vaccine or probably get the vaccine. And by the way, only
He said Black Americans 67%. says probably will, probably won't.
Black Americans say they definitely will get the vaccine or probably get the vaccine. And by the way, only
Says they'll definitely get the vaccine. Or probably 67% of Black Americans. Shit, I spilled my water.
37% say they definitely will get the vaccine, which means that fully 33%.
So he said 37% said they will definitely get the vaccine. So we could get them off the board because, you know, they definitely get the vaccine. But then he says,
of Black Americans say they either probably or definitely percent of Black Americans say they either probably or definitely will not. 3% of percent say they definitely will get the vaccine, which means that fully 33% of Black Americans say they either probably or definitely will not get the vaccine.
Pause. 33%. He says definitely will not. He says 33% of Black Americans definitely will not get the vaccine, as opposed to when he said 20% of white Americans probably will. The difference in his tone. Notice when he talked about Black Americans, he was like, "Oh, by the way, 37%." No, you know. Oh, and by the way, 33%, just 37% of Black Americans definitely will get the vaccine. But that means 33% definitely will not get the vaccine. Okay? Notice that. 33%. Okay?
Compared to only 21% of white people who say they won't get the vaccine. And only 21% of Hispanic people who say they won't get the vaccine. So the Black community has tremendous vaccine hesitancy. Okay, that is a real problem. And yet the answer by the left is that that is a shortcoming of government distribution. Okay, that is not correct. If there is differential behavior and differential viewpoints about vaccines, then that is individual behavior. And
all right, pause.
Behavior.
We're a minute and 30 seconds in, okay? But we got a lot to break down here. One thing that Ben Shapiro likes to do is what's called a Gish Gallop, where he throws a whole bunch of shit at you to where you have a whole bunch of stuff that you have to like break down and think through, and he's just like and fast forward. And then the way conservatives like gauge debates is just like if you pause for a second to think about all the shit he just threw at you, you lose the debate. So that's how he wins his shit. But so we got to break down his stuff real quick. Cause I mean, did you catch all that? Did you catch all that? This motherfucker's on fast forwards all the time.
That's not correct. If there's different.
Let's go back.
Okay, that is a real problem, and you will not get the vaccine. Compared to only 21% of white people who say they won't. He said,
slipping, you know, oh my God, compared to 21% of white people, that is tremendous. That is a tremendous problem with the Black community.
And only 21% of Hispanic people who say they won't.
And only 21% of Hispanic people. Oh, let's go ahead and throw that one down in there too. 21% of Hispanic and Latina.
Don't get the vaccine. So the black community has tremendous vaccine hesitancy. Okay, that is a real problem.
That is a real problem.
The answer by the left is that that is a shortcoming of government distribution. Okay, that is not correct. If there is differential behavior and differential viewpoints about vaccines, then that is individual behavior. And yet the idea here is that if you are that it's only white. I mean.
Okay, and also notice that in the beginning here, Ben Shapiro said it was 20% of white people. But then he said,
and yet the answer definitely will not get the vaccine. Compared to only 21% of white people.
Then he said 21% of white people. So we'll just go. We'll chalk that one up to, like, you know, misspeaking. So, but let's go ahead and change this one to 21%. Huh? Just even it out. You know what I'm saying? 21 Hispanics, 21 white people. Hesitant. And it goes on and so forth. But we ain't done. We'll go ahead and we'll continue. But notice his emphasis on tremendous problem with the black community. You know, compared to 21%. You know, they got 33% of black people are hesitant to take the vaccine. And you know, the freaking Democrats are trying to say it's because of distribution problems. And then that's a terrible problem compared to 21% of white people. Notice how he says that. Alright. Let's go ahead and break this shit down together, huh? Go. What is the American population? Okay, so this is United States Census Bureau. I don't think you can see it very well, but so I'll put it on the whiteboard too. Start up here. Okay, we can erase this one. I want to keep this stuff here for a second because I don't forget. We don't snapples, so we don't forget. Says population estimate July 1st, 2019. $28,239,523. Okay, so this is still United States Census Bureau. The population of white alone in America. I'm gonna do that. Black or African alone, the percentage of their population here in America, (13.4%). Our boy Shapiro here put a whole lot of emphasis on black community. Like, boy didn't stop talking about black community. But he threw Hispanics in there at the very end and said, 21% of them were hesitant. So let's find out what's their percentage. Hispanic or Latino, (18.5%). Now, we're just talking about these three races here, because we're leaving out like Asians, Native Americans, Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders, Alaskan Natives, two or more races, mixed people like me. So we're going to talk about these three, because they are still clearly a relevant talking point. So now that we got that down, I'm sorry that you can't see this very well, but again, it's the United States Census Bureau. All I did was ask, a basic question, and you can find this yourself. I'm showing you right now, okay? Let's go back and let's do some math. I'm not going to do the fucking math. Google is going to do the math for us here, okay? Because, like I said before, I'm a handyman, not a math genius. Excuse me, my cat's meowing. Alright. Damn it, Charlie. Sorry about that, my cat. Gotta feed my cat. Wait. What is What is 76.3% of $328,239,523. Okay? Let me get this close, see if you can see that. See that number there? See that number there? I'm gonna write it down for you. Okay, 76.3% of this number. Oh no, of this number is this. 250 million 446,756. Okay. Now let's do Black Americans. What is 13.4% of 328,239,523. See that number there? Charlie? I'm trying to make an informative video here. Shh. Okay, so I'm gonna write it down. The 13.4% of American population, black people, is the black population in America is 43,984,096. Now let's do Hispanic. What is 18.5% of 328,239,523. Can you see that number? Let's write it down. Hispanic Latino population in America, 60,724,311. Okay? You see that? You need to rewind or something? Pause, make sure I said the right shit. Alright. Let's go back to our Ben Stupipo's. Oh, sorry. Ben Shapiro's numbers. Let's go back to his numbers. What did he say? He said,
A total of 59% of white people here in America say they definitely... Charlie!
damn it, Stupipo. Yo, demon stuff is oozing through my computer and messing with my cat. I'm just playing. Check it. Come on, Charlie. Meow. Alright, so he said
59% said that they'd definitely take the vaccine, and 20% said they wouldn't take the vaccine, or probably would take the vaccines, making a grand total of 79% of the
okay? He said 20% first are on the brink, are hesitant. But then at the very end of what he was talking about, he said that they won't. Saying, he also said black people won't. And he said Hispanics won't. So his whole, it just, the talking, it changed throughout the fucking first, like 60 seconds. Like he said, first he said when he started talking about white people at first, it was all like, they probably ain't gonna get it. And then when he started talking about black people, he was like, oh, this is a fucking problem. They're fucking super fucking hesitant. Blah. So, anyway, he said 21. Then he said 21%. After he said 20%, but we chose to go with, or I chose to go with the 21%. Like, yeah. Don't be meowing, man. I'm making a video. Have some respect. Anyway, he said it was 33% of black Americans definitely, he said it won't. He said they probably or they won't. And then when he continued talking, when I was little, when he said, compared to only 21% of white Americans who say they won't get the vaccine. It's telling. He said right there.
Or probably get the vaccine. And by the way, only 37% say they definitely will get the vaccine, which means that fully 33% of black Americans say they either probably or definitely will not get the vaccine. Compared to only 21% of white people who say they won't get the vaccine. And only 21% of Hispanic people who say they won't get the vaccine. So the black community has tremendous vaccine hesitancy.
This is a huge problem.
So you heard him. 21%, 33%, 21%. Now, if you haven't heard of Ben Shapiro before, okay, he's supposed to be the conservative intellectual powerhouse. He has over 8 million viewers on YouTube. He has his own show called the Daily Wire, where he hosts all sorts of people. He's got, you know, Matt Walsh and shit on there, who's another demon. And I think now he owes me like 11 cents for plugging him on my channel to my, you know, 15 subscribers. Shapiro, you owe me 11 cents. But yeah, this guy is not just some random dude. He is talking to millions of people. I'm pretty sure you conservatives know exactly who this guy is. And then he said 21%. For Hispanics. Ben Shapiro has made his career on misinformation about black people and the transgender community. Does it all the time. You know, he was like talking the other day, and he goes, you know,
The lefties, they just keep talking about January 6th. It happened like 6 months ago. I can't believe they keep talking about it.
this dude spent his entire life fucking talking about transgender or the LGBT plus community like he just fucking discovered gay people. Still, his entire career. And he wants to like,
Oh, they still talking about January 6th.
Sorry. I apologize. I'm supposed to be kind to Mr. Shapiro, who doesn't care about your feelings. Let's go ahead and do the math, though. Okay? We're going to start with white Americans. What is 21%? Oops. What is 21% of white America? What is 21% of 250 million 446,756? Yeah. Now, this is according to Ben Shapiro here, okay? Because he's saying that it's us black and brown people. It's our problem. Because we hesitate. Wonder why. The answer to what is 21% of 250,446,756? 52,593,818. Okay? And he said won't take the vaccine. So let's go ahead and just put that there. Let's do Black Americans. What is 33% of 43,984 or 984,096? The answer: 33% of 43,984,096 is 14,514,751. Right. This is white, black people. Those are his percentages, okay? But he put a lot of emphasis on black people. A lot of emphasis on black people. Wait.
Tremendous problem. Tremendous with black community compared to white people. I don't know why they say it's racist.
But we'll go. He said Hispanics at the very end there, so we're gonna go ahead and throw them in there, eh? What is 21% of 60,724,311? The answer is... oh shit, this is the wrong pen. $12,752,000 or no, 752,105. Okay? Remember, he said, won't take the vax. Right?
It's a black community. There's a tremendous problem. There's a tremendous.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and he was pretty much just blaming it all on black people, but we're gonna go ahead and add the black people and the Hispanic and Latino people together. $14,514,751. Where's my thing? Plus 12,752,105. Okay, remember Ben Shapiro said, Shapiro saying it was the black people being the huge problem, right? We went ahead and added them together. Combined vaccine hesitancy, or no, according to Shapiro, won't take the vaccine compared to white people, right? $27,266,856. White people alone, 52,593,818. But he said the black people were the huge problem. See, what Ben Shapiro is doing is fear-mongering, blaming black people for what's happening in our country. It's a page taken out of the old school racist handbook. And he'll say, he'll be like, well, I didn't say I was racist, so I'm not racist. So, that's not how shit works, man. So, but I know that there's some people out there that, like, are legit fucking racist, and you're pieces of shit. But then there's people out there that are being called bigots and being called racist, and you don't understand why. It's because you are following and supporting people like this guy who lies, blames black people for shit when it's not. It's that he knows that you won't do what I just did. He said he knows that you'll just look at the 21 and the 33 and be like, that's a bigger number. But back when fucking BLM happened, we already went over the black population. But nobody pays attention. They know that. So they grift on you. We are trying to save your ass. These guys are lying to you. And you keep trying to tell us that we're the ones that are brainwashed. I just broke this dumb fuck down. Sorry about the attitude, but, you know, kind of been displaying a whole lot of your inconsideration for other people's lives all over the internet. I apologize if I come off a little bit inconsiderate. But we're going to go ahead and continue on and pick some more of this shit apart. Because we know from the start, when this shit went off, it was conservatives who were anti-vax, anti-mask from the start. The reason why black and brown people are hesitant is because they don't trust white people. They don't trust government. The comparison that conservatives try to make between your disdain for government and the black and brown community's disdain for government is wrong. It's not the same. The reason why black and brown people are hesitant is because since forever in a day, America has not been good for black and brown people. You guys the conservatives just put a wall up in front of thousands of people seeking help. There's reason to the reason why black and brown people are hesitant. The reason why most of you have been hesitant is because you're either going with some dumbass fucking conspiracy theory and you're not fucking doing any fucking sort of fucking thinking it through, or you're just an arrogant asshole that thinks that you could fucking oh, it's my right to decide to fucking not participate in fucking stopping a worldwide fucking plague. I'll just can spread it if I fucking want to. But then, when you stop breathing and shit because you done caught fucking COVID, you find your ass wound up in the fucking hospital asking for somebody to help you and save your life. But you won't do it. You won't put on a freaking piece of paper on your face for a quick second. Imagine if it was just like a social experiment, just like fucking hypothetically. We know it's not a social experiment. We know the fucking COVID's real. But just imagine that it was just a social experiment to test your humanity. Just so people can find out what's going on in society. Be like, hey man, we need you to help us save the world. All you gotta do is put on this piece of paper on your mask for a little bit to save the world. And you guys went, no. What? Like, I don't think that shit's redeemable. But we still out here trying to save you from yourselves. Like, check it. I do pay attention. I do listen to these cats. Because like I said, this is my opposition. You guys are the body. He's the fucking snakehead. Like, just feeding you guys bullshit. So I listen to these guys. I also listen to leftists as well. Now, what I've noticed is that the patience in like giving a fuck is running out. And I'm telling you, right-wing people and you guys that keep putting your stupid memes and shit all over fucking Facebook and stuff, that like talking about, oh, you thinking for yourself, using someone else's meme that is using the same talking point that all conservatives say, but you think for yourself. You just make it blatantly clear how selfish you are. But I'm telling you right now, we are still trying to save your ass, because if you guys keep doing the things that you keep doing with the freaking anti-everything, you're going to kill all of us. And here's another thing. You are exhausting our medical, like our hospitals and the people working there. You're so entitled, you're not thinking about anybody else. So you go out and act a fool. It's like, imagine like somebody jumping off of a cliff and you save their life. And as soon as you bring them back up to the top of the cliff, they jump again. And then you go save them again. And then you bring them back to the top of the cliff, and then they jump again. At some point, you're going to be like, you see what I'm saying? That is what's happening. People in our medical facilities are starting to get burnt out and quit. So you guys keep doing this shit. You just go to the hospital when you stop breathing, or if you catch COVID because you don't want to fucking take the vaccine. There's not going to be anybody there. You're not thinking about that. Not only that, all them damn memes you put out, somebody could be looking at up to you. Maybe you're a pretty girl or something. Maybe you're a dude. This guy's some cool shit. Maybe you do some cool stuff. Somebody could be looking up to you. They mess around and go catch COVID. You don't take fucking responsibility for that if they fucking die? I'm sorry. Just extremely disappointed.
And yet the answer by the left is that that is a shortcoming of government distribution.
Okay.
That is not correct. If there is differential behavior and differential viewpoints about vaccines, then that is individual behavior. And yet
We explained this.
Is that if you are it's
Or I explained this.
Michael Moore.
There's a difference in the hesitation and the reason why
If you're a Texan,
black and brown people aren't taking the vaccine. I'm fully vaccinated. I've never ever.
Why? Because for him, the question there's a soft.
Sorry, I'm gonna go back and make sure
If you are
we don't miss any of this. I am fully vaccinated. I'm just fine. I never fucking take off my mask, and I keep my shit to like a minimum, because I understand this is a worldwide plague. So I keep my outside movement to a minimum, especially when there's a bunch of dumb fucks running around talking about it's their American right to kill everybody else.
It's only
Because they can't miss their weekend fucking barbecue, man.
I mean, remember that Michael Moore text, right? The Michael Moore tweet was, if you're a Texan, you don't deserve to get the vaccine because you're a COVID denier. He would never say that about people who are literally refusing to get the vaccine. Why? Because for him, the question, there's a soft bigotry that is inherent in leftist thought that suggests that if a white person makes a bad decision, it's on the white person, but if a black person makes a bad decision, then it is because the system is racist.
Because the system has always been racist. Think about it, man. How we just got our civil rights like 60 years ago. When the Constitution was written, we, people that look like me, were considered 3/5 of a man. We have reason to not trust government. The reason why conservatives and capitalists convince or don't like government, and they say it's like government overreach, is because they want to do whatever they want to do, and they don't want anyone stopping them. They want to be able to hold our means of survival over our heads and make us work for them. That's what they want to do. Let's continue.
That is not correct. We should be encouraging everyone to make good decisions. This is why all of the tomfoolery about the vaccine rollout is a mistake. We should be giving the vaccine to anyone who will take it at any point at this point. There are many, many vaccines out there. Tranching out vaccines based on quote-unquote equity is a foolhardy game. Okay, instead what we should be doing is making it available to anyone who wants one, and we should be actively encouraging people to get one. Not writing op-eds in the New York Times like Charles Blow, talking about why black people are hesitant about vaccines, but encouraging black people to get vaccines. Encouraging everybody to go get the vaccine today. And yet again, there is that
We're supposed to look into...
must be in complete control.
We're supposed to look into... Okay, Gish Gallop. We're supposed to look into, okay, the fucking black, this thing here, right? Then we gotta look into Joel, whatever the hell he said in the beginning. What was his name? Jamal Bowman. Gotta look into him. And then now we gotta look into...
They must mandate things because you
Who the fuck did he say?
And yet again, there is that generalized idea that the government must be in... And yet again, there is that generalized idea that the government must be in complete control. They must mandate things because you can't take care of yourself.
Okay. This is where he plays on your guys' that government control crap and the conspiracy stuff. It's like if they're trying to, they want to stop you. It's like you think it's unreasonable. You say it's a soft bigotry. So you think that we have an unreasonable opinion of low expectations because of what you consider to be American people, because we belong to this particular group, which is people who care about people. Okay, that's the group that we're in, and you say that our low expectation is unreasonable. Like we haven't seen you guys being anti-vax and anti-mask since the beginning. This guy doesn't think that we see you.
COVID scared or COVID shy. Right? It's an obvious point and an ugly point. But people on the left will only talk about COVID shyness when it comes to white Americans. They will not talk about COVID shyness when it comes to minority Americans, even though the percentages are greater among minority Americans.
He said they're greater.
Why?
He said they were greater. But it's more people. He didn't fucking do that part. I thought you was the fucking intellectual powerhouse, bro. You just looked at, or you just fucking saw that the number was bigger and was like, oh, yeah, really? What? Dude.
You know who should be being ripped up and down right now? Not Greg Abbott for saying that people should not be forced to wear masks by the centralized government because they are capable of making their own decisions. The people who should be ripped up and down right now are people like Louis Farrakhan, who's literally going out there and telling his millions of followers that the COVID vaccine is a vial of death. Have you seen any media coverage of this?
Fuck no.
A major
Because
conservative figure who had met
who's-
with members of Congress were out there literally telling people that the COVID vaccine was a vial of death. You know that would be at the front of every single newspaper, right?
Look at what he's doing. He's making something up right now. He goes, you know that would be a part of the fucking tapes and stuff, right? It's like
conservatives deny vaccine efficacy, and yet here was Louis Farrakhan doing just that. Democratic members of Congress.
Louis Farrakhan now.
With this guy.
We have 3 people to look into.
Here's Louis Farrakhan, and he made a follow-up.
And what they do, where they come from, what they're talking about, where they stand, their characters and everything. And this whole fucking thing.
Some of these.
Now, let's go ahead and watch this. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had to, kids making noise, dog making noise. So, we were at Louis Farrakhan.
Is a vial of death.
Some of these so-called vaccines. It's the nanoparticles that men like Dr. Fauci have proprietary knowledge of that allows them to get a patent for their vial of death.
I mean, how is that not the headline? Right? I mean, seriously, that should be the headline. You want to talk about overcoming COVID? We should be talking about vaccine hesitancy.
Alright. Let's explain this. Mr. Louis Farrakhan here. And Shapiro. Why isn't this front page news? How come they're not talking about this? It's because we aren't stupid. We have since been vaccinated. I did this the first time I saw this. Let's just do this. I'm a lefty. Let's go. Let's see. Do you really think that when I saw fucking Louis Farrakhan, they got these quantum nanoparts so they can have panties. And it's a vial of death. Do you really think that when I saw that, I was like, that's it, that's all I needed, all the proof I needed, nobody get the vaccine. Oh boy over here said, vial of death. Do you know what that probably was? That was probably a grift gone wrong. Okay? There are black people all over the place trying to capitalize on this dumbass shit. Okay? Because they could go, I bet you it went like this. Louis Farrakhan. Hey. And then some dude like Ben Shapiro come to him and say, hey man,
I will give you $250,000 to say that the vaccine is a vial of death on my show.
And this guy probably was like fucking all sorts of lit. Make it 3. And I'll say whatever the fuck you want. But it was failed because we since been already vaccinated. That's why nobody's talking about it. We look at that shit and know it's fucking stupid.
By the way, encouraged for months by people like Kamala Harris, who literally said that she would not get a vaccine just if Trump told her to. I mean,
Yeah, because we don't trust Trump.
Has an actual impact. And if you look by race and ethnicity at why people are not getting the vaccine, right? That you can see the reasons why people aren't getting the vaccine. What you will see is that among Black Americans, a disproportionate number of Black Americans don't trust the COVID-19 vaccine.
Still with the Black Americans thing.
A disproportionate number of Black Americans
Black
are concerned
Americans.
about the side effects, and they plan to wait and see whether it is safe. And yet the idea here is that it's a problem with the distribution system. What if it's not a problem with the distribution system? If the reason that the left wants centralized control is because they want control over people, then they really should be clear about why they want control over people.
You think,
Because right now,
do you really
he's gonna
think
blame
that us asking you to stop killing us is control over people?
the system whenever individual choices are made they don't like from people who are allies of theirs, but they blame the individual people when they're people who they don't like, who don't believe like they do.
That's nothing about liking nobody. It's like stop killing fucking everybody. You're feeding yourself to a virus
You want to talk about
and giving it a chance to mutate. We told you this before it mutated the first time, but since forever, never ever listening. And then there's another problem. People don't pay attention. It's either too depressing or you don't fucking watch at all. But you go and vote for the stickers and the clout, and then you post all of your what is supposed to be your strong ass opinions, but you don't know what the fuck you're saying for the likes. And then anytime you meet some like actual intelligent opposition, you turn tuck tail and run. Every time. Be like, oh, I don't really pay attention anyway. Then what the fuck you doing? Sorry. You know, I'm trying to be nice, but when like a whole bunch of people around you show their like put on full display their selfishness, and they don't care about your life, like you staying alive and breathing before they miss their weekend barbecue. I'm sorry if I'm a little upset. And then this guy right here keeps brainwashing people, telling lies. He lied. And then he keeps pointing the finger, trying to blame it like it's black people, like we haven't seen the conservatives do what they do.
Cities that have soft bigotry of low expectations. This story came across my
Low expectations? Bruh, you guys put all over the internet that you are anti-vax and anti-mask. We expect that. That's not a low expectation. You tell us yourself.
Fox Baltimore. A shocking discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where Project Baltimore has found hundreds of students are failing. It's a school where a student who passed 3 classes in 4 years.
This is another Giz Gallop.
4 years. Not 3 years.
Because now it's another talking point. To where now we have to talk about the school system when we were just talking about the disproportionate vaccine hesitancy, blackness, and then fucking Jamal Bowman and the freaking it's a violent death. The only reason why he put that dude on there is because he's black.
3 classes in 4 years. Ranks near the top half of his class with a 0.
This is why we get upset. It's because these are your guys. These are the guys you listen to and copy their talking shit. And then you do all sorts of racist stuff, don't know why. And we keep trying to tell you. This guy convinces people that black and brown people are the reason for the fucking COVID and stuff. When it's not, they're not doing it. They have reason for fucking to be hesitant. It's not a black person's job to convince the other black people that the white people are going to be good to them now. Do you see what I'm saying? You gotta stop doing this shit. This is why. Because he lies. And then you guys support this stuff, and then vote for people like Governor DeSantis that murders his entire state. And then now we're like, you guys are talking about putting him as our president. That's why the black and brown people are hesitant. You guys make up a whole bunch of conspiracy stuff, like the freaking magnetism. I'm not magnetized. I'm still here. I haven't been euthanized. There's no chip in me. And besides, there's a chip in my fucking debit card. There's a chip in my cell phone that pings off of every cell phone tower that I fucking pass everywhere. I could Google Maps and see the pimples on your freaking face from a satellite from outer space. Why do they need to put nano stuff in me? For nothing. There's no the stuff you had. There's no reason, no rhyme, no reason, no advantage, no fucking gain to the stuff. The stuff these people make up. And so, after you're proven wrong, you switch to just absolute arrogance. You're like, well, it's my fucking right to do whatever the fuck I want to. As it's a worldwide pandemic. See, that shit to me is unredeemable. See, the way I saw this, you people that say that you care about people and stuff like that, but then you be fucking putting that shit on the internet. You talk about you got somebody's back. This was that shit. Worldwide pandemic. The way I saw this was like, hey, you know, we can put the petty shit aside, because this is calling all cars. Houston, we got a problem type of shit. I understand what it means to study something. It takes time. We go to the basics. So we wear a mask. Use the vaccine, because it's the basics. And then we learn this thing through. I understood that from the start. Why didn't you guys? Oh no, you didn't want to, because it would have impeded your personal enjoyment in your daily life. You can't bring yourself to put a piece of paper on your face to care about anyone else. That was your reason. Again, I am fully vaccinated. I've been fully vaccinated for months. Just fucking fine.
Grade point average. Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma this coming June, but after 4 years of high school, France just learned her 17-year-old must start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Skip this shit.
Stressed, and I am too. I told him I'm probably going to start crying. I don't know.
Because he's talking about the school system and somebody got to graduate, somebody else didn't. So how come this is the headline news? How come you point fingers at the white people?
His transcript showed he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, was promoted to Spanish 2.
How come you say the system is racist?
Was passed on to English 3. In his first...
Well, we've been telling you, but you keep fucking convincing the body of the snake to fucking a bunch of different shit. So we get fucking killed. Damn it, man.
Second in his class after passing 3 classes in a grand total of 4 years.
Skip.
Half of his classmates, 58 of them, have a
Because
about canceling Dr. Seuss. But we're not going to focus on...
Oh yeah, cancel Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss did that themselves. It wasn't us.
We're not even going to focus on true systems of power.
Still, 5 months ago. Oh no, he did one
No, we're going to focus on how we
5 days ago. That's even nastier than this. That I'm gonna fucking pick apart. But he put so much. He grips so hard. Like he puts so much. Like sponsors stuff in there. He'll be like, you know, he'll go on all your talking points to, like, you know, especially like the gun talking point where he's like,
The Biden administration is trying to take away your guns.
has anybody come and take away your guns?
Nope. The Biden administration is going to take away your guns and keep you from protecting your family. If you don't protect your family, you know, go get yourself a ring, fucking, and this coffee, and fucking, you know,
and then you guys give him all your money. The reason why he wants you to go back to work is because those sponsors are losing workers. If you go back to work, you get his sponsors money, and he gets more money. He don't give a fuck about you. Want to know how I know?
Ask, even though that actually is a risk assessment you yourself should be doing, and who we should blame, namely the people of Texas, who we should not blame, namely people who are political allies of Democrats. People's lives actually matter, and the best way to ensure that people live good lives is to
let them do what they want.
Individual responsibility that comes with freedom.
Individual responsibility. It comes with freedom. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Precisely the opposite.
If you don't want to fucking wear a mask and kill everyone, that's your prerogative.
You have the right. Government is going to be the solution. Facts don't care about your feelings, and it's a fact that the Ben Shapiro Show is the largest conservative podcast in the nation. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our content.
Hear that?
On the system.
Facts don't care about your feelings. fucking largest political fucking whatever.
Podcasts don't care about your feelings, and it's a fact that the Ben Shapiro Show is the largest conservative podcast in the nation. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our content.
Facts don't care about your feelings because this motherfucker's a sociopath. By definition. Alright. Well, that's that. Okay? Go get vaccinated. Please stop with this stuff. Just get vaccinated. Stop being selfish. It's not just about you. Because you need to think this shit through. Okay? It's already happened. We have been already proved right. We told you this was going to happen before. And now you're trying to do it again out of pure arrogance. That is not intelligent. You're going... Okay. When the first numbers, COVID, the first variant, okay? We had the way you guys were passing that shit around and getting people killed. We had about 500 years left. The American civilization. But now you're passing the Delta shit around so fast, we can't even do the math yet. Go get vaccinated. Put on the fucking mask. You can not do your like daily entertainment and stuff for a little while so we can get this thing to go, because you're gonna have your last fucking barbecue. It's happened to 600 and something thousand people. It was their last barbecue. Are you not getting the fucking picture? Get the vaccine. Wear the freaking mask and have some consideration for some other human beings. For criminy sakes, man. You're not even thinking. Because, like, all that selfishness where you want to go do all your stuff, there's other people that have to provide that fucking shit for you. Your codependency. You need to go to the bar. Somebody's got to be there to serve you your fucking beer. Or you need to go to the fucking whatever the hell and do your dances and whatever. I don't know what the hell it is. Somebody's got to be there. Somebody's got to be there to fucking, maybe you're eating. Somebody's got to pick your fucking fruits and vegetables, slaughter your chickens and cows for your fucking food. But you guys only think about yourself. But the way you guys are going, all those people there to provide your codependency, the things that get you to your satisfaction, they're not going to be there. And then when you catch fucking Delta, okay, try to go to the hospital because you can't breathe, no one is going to be there. Think. I wear my mask not only to protect myself, but it's so if I catch the virus, I don't pass it on to someone else. I don't want to kill people. I do feel responsible. I fucking care. You should too. My name is Charles. And this is Am I Crazy? Nah, Shaw. I'm not fucking crazy. Y'all have a wonderful night. I love you. Think. Put on your mask and go get vaccinated. Stop putting it off. If there's someone trying to keep you from getting it, like your job or something, you ain't working for the right people. Please, man. Please. And stop listening to fools like this. If you are, think about it. Do the research. Because this dude, you guys are right now saying the same talking point as he did. And you're wrong. You're wrong. It has always been the conservative white community has been anti-vax, anti-mask since the beginning. There is more white people here in America than there is black and brown people. His percentages in fucking what he's telling you, because he knows you're not going to do what I did. Do what I did. Because, for Christ's sakes, dude, America is falling apart. I'm not telling you to become Democratic or some shit. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a socialist. I'm a working class, black American socialist. We need to, like, think, man. It ain't about the politics, it's about us. Like I said in the beginning, the body does the fucking destruction, not the head. The head comes in and reaps the benefit of the body. You people are the body. Wake up, man. I'm out. I'll catch you next time. Peace.